Local and live. Covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
And welcome. Dan DeDona here with the localnews1.org weekly report for Hagerstown, Chambersburg, Shippensburg, Fairfield, Waynesboro, and all the communities that make up our local area. We're here today with the 30th of January edition, and we're going to start with 5 things to do this weekend, as we usually do, starting with in downtown Chambersburg, Ice Fest is taking over again. Actually, it started last night, Thursday the 29th, and it's going to run through Sunday. Particularly good year for ice carvings. There have been years when people were wandering around down there this time of year in light shorts and shirts, and there was a lot of concern about whether or not the ice carvings were going to make it. Well, they don't have a problem with that this year. This event is sponsored by the Downtown Business Council and the Council of the Arts. Celebrates community creativity, and it ranks as Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. There are actually 2 additional articles on this in Local News 1 this week. Covers, one of them includes the day-by-day schedules of activities that are taking place all over the downtown area, and another one that talks about carriage rides, which unfortunately this year have been canceled because it is so excruciatingly cold out there. Second item on our list, Maryland's Community Theater Festival Association is hosting its annual one-act play competition at the Potomac Players Performing Arts Center at 17303 West Washington Street, down there in Hagerstown. This event will run from January 30th today through February 1st. It'll bring community theater groups from all across the state to perform for both judges and the public. Should be a good time. More information and contact information is in the article in localnews1.org. Next up, licensed massage therapist Ashley Pett and licensed marriage and family therapist Susan Stewart are leading Support Your Mental Health with Massage Therapy Techniques, a free hands-on workshop exploring how simple massage techniques and tools can help lower stress. This event is going to take place from 3 until 5 p.m. on Sunday, February 1st, at the Hole in Holy, 166 South Main Street in Chambersburg. Fourth up on the list, Puxatawney Phil's got nothing on Washington County. They are going to have their own Groundhog Day celebration, and it's set to bring the community together for a night of local flavor and fun. This annual event runs from 5 to 9 p.m. on Friday tonight, January 30th. It'll take place at the Washington County Agricultural Education Center at 7313 Sharpsburg Pike in Boonesboro. There will be a $10 entrance fee, music, kids' activities, food sampling, and local shopping. They typically draw about 350 or so people, so you probably want to get there and see what they have to offer. And last of the 5 things to do this weekend, again in Chambersburg, the Franklin County Historical Society is opening a new exhibit called The World Turned Upside Down, Franklin County in the American Revolution. This will debut tomorrow, January 31st, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Old Jail at 175 East King Street. And this will be obviously taking place during the downtown's Ice Fest celebration. It's a free event, and it marks the start of the nation's 250th anniversary commemorations. So those are the 5 things. Excuse me. A lot of coughs going around this year. I hope you'll please excuse me. That brings us to our routine news coverage for the past week. Obviously, the cold and snow has been dominating everything everybody's been doing for the last couple of days, or last week or so, actually. There have been a long series of daily warnings, speed reductions, and an enormous logistical effort on the part of all the local communities, all the local municipalities in particular, to take care of getting the snow off the roads and make things passable so people can get on about their lives. That's one of the great things about the way things work. You're not dependent upon the federal government for any of this. In Pennsylvania, mostly the townships own the vast majority of the roads, and they pay for that, and they take care of that themselves, and they coordinate them with other townships where they abut them. The counties come in at a certain level for roads that they own, and then PennDOT comes in. It's not the same on the Maryland side, but all of these different organizations do a great job, especially under circumstances like this. And this has been particularly tough for everybody. The forecast, we'll continue on with that a little bit. We got a forecast from our friends at the Harrisburg Almanac, who indicated that we're basically coming off of a very long stretch of dry weather, which took place from August through about the 20th of January. Now that obviously came to an end. So the snowfall has been both good and bad. It's good in the sense that eventually that snow is going to help restock the water table. So we won't have so many problems with that. But it hurts in the sense that the snowpack itself keeps temperatures low. And it does that in two ways. The cover keeps the ground from radiating any heat that it's got. That's number one. And number two, the sun is reflecting off of that white surface, so you're not getting any heating. At night, the air close to the snow actually gets chilled, so it's at the surface it's actually a whole lot chillier than you would expect. So it's going to go on for a little while. It was 3 degrees this morning when I got up at about 3 o'clock to start preparing for this, and it's not all bad. Kids are out on the hills and enjoying themselves, so that's always a good thing. You should beware, though. Toward the end of this week, there is a forecast for a little bit more snow to come on Wednesday and Friday, according to Weather Underground, and then right after Friday, the temperature is going to drop again. So we're going to enjoy some temperatures in the 30s throughout part of this coming week, but then it's going to drop down to sub-freezing temperatures constantly. Okay, Washington County. The big news there is that Homeland Security has purchased a warehouse near Williamsport, which is believed to be the hub of an ICE detention center. You can, if you've been following this issues as it arises from time to time all over the country, you got the same kind of comments in favor and against as you got every place else. So that will be continuing. In Franklin County, $6.5 million in grants were awarded by the Commonwealth Financial Authority. These were announced by Senator Doug Mastriano, who also acknowledged help in acquiring these funds from Chad Reichard, Mr. Kaufman, Irwin, and Moole, representatives of the state in the local area. So very good work by them. The money is divided up. The bulk of it is going for water and sewer projects in Fairfield, Greencastle, Guilford Township, Mont Alto, Quincy Township, and Washington Township. And a little less than $1 million is going into multimodal transportation funds for Washington Township, Waynesboro, and Antrim Township. So you should see some improvements in both roads and in water capacities in the local area as a result of your representatives' efforts on your behalf. The Waynesboro School District has been taking disciplinary action with respect to Mr. Steve Pappas. We covered some of this last week. There were 2 days earlier this week, there were 2 days of hearings, which were moved from the school district's offices over to Hooverville Elementary School, where they had more space. About 150 people have been attending these things. There should be a follow-up by local this coming Friday, today actually, at 5 p.m. at Hooverville. Mr. Pappas will have an opportunity to make his case before the school board. The main things that are contended here is that he was insubordinate, He was telling teachers that they shouldn't be joining unions, and something about the food services, which seems like a trivial one, but the serious one is insubordination. They're just, in a professional setting, there just should never be insubordination. I mean, you can walk away before you start doing that. At any rate, Hooverville, 5 p.m. tonight for more on that. In Franklin County, the commissioners have addressed a range of topics at their 21 January meeting. A lot of that was routine, but there were a couple of interesting things. In particular, they were responding to data centers and the propensity for companies to want to build data centers all over the country. Now, typically, this is not a county kind of an issue. Property management and whatnot is usually handled at the township or at the borough level. But the commissioners note that in quite a few townships, they don't have any laws or any ordinances that govern how they want the properties in their area to be developed. So what they are doing in order to try to help those that don't have their own is to provide some model guidance to help to act as at least a measuring stick for those counties that don't when they're confronted with somebody who wants to buy up a lot of land and build a data center. So good effort on their part. They also authorized $300 for $300,000 for a variety of county projects. In Hagerstown, the council approved water meter upgrades. The issue here seems to be that they've got quite a few water meters. They have transponders in them so that people can drive the administration can drive by and get the measurements that they need. Unfortunately, quite a few of those transponders are no longer going to be supported after 2028. So they're starting now to replace them. They've already approved the action to do so. And after the weather improves, probably sometime this spring, when the weather improves, they're going to be mass meter exchanges. So you should look forward to that in the spring. In Hagerstown, Hagerstown is hosting the 2026 National Mural Awards. This will take place during Hagerfest on the 2nd of May this year. Spokesmen are very pleased that Hagerstown has been identified and is being recognized as a national arts city. It's a part of their 10-year plan, as a matter of fact, so good on them. One of the benefits that they're going to get out of this is, as a result of hosting this event, is Hagerstown is soon to enjoy 3 additional murals in the area put up by nationally recognized artists. So pretty good deal all the way around. Wilson College got a generous grant from the John H. Shook Foundation for healthcare students with the intent of easing student financial burdens. So that'll be helpful. You'll notice that there's an awful lot of as we've noticed over a period of time, there's an awful lot of foundations and grants that are provided for people who want to enter the medical professions at various levels. So this is another one. Franklin County, on the same note, Franklin County is opening their 2026 nursing scholarships. There will be up to 6 scholarships awarded for students who have been accepted in accredited nursing programs. Those applications will be due by 4:30 p.m. on the 27th of March. So it's probably a good time right now while you're not shoveling snow, and you definitely don't want to be outside sunning. Now's a good time to be taking the time to fill out those applications if you think you're eligible. In police news, 2 stories out of Chambersburg, both related to Megan's Law. Public notifications were provided for 2 registered sex offenders who have changed addresses. Their names are Todd George and Donald Hahn. Now, the police hurry to note that although Megan's Law does require local jurisdictions to let people know when convicted sex offenders are moving from one address to another, it said this is not an excuse to go starting harassing or anything like that. As long as these guys are living quietly and you're aware of their presence, that's the only thing that they're trying to achieve. Under people news, quite a bit of that this week. The Gettysburg Rotary, which we don't typically report on, being over in Adams County, but stay with me for a moment. They will be presenting the Eisenhower Humanitarian Award to Dr. Bob Zimmerman of Waynesboro. This goes to people who have done an outstanding job either locally or globally to perform humanitarian acts, either for single acts or over an extended period of time. Well, in the case of Dr. Zimmerman, the list includes 61 missions to the free world over the course of a lifetime. He just enjoys going and providing that service, dental care. He's active and effective over many, many years, held a number of positions on boards and councils throughout the Waynesboro and Washington Township area. Just an overall great guy. So that event is going to be taking place at the Gettysburg Hotel on Monday, the 2nd of February at 11:30. It'll be a luncheon, so there'll be a $19 fee that can be charged at the door if you show up and you want to see that. But so this has got an interesting history. It goes all the way back to the first recipients were actually Dwight D. Eisenhower and Bob Hope back after World War II. The whole thing was put together by a World War II and Korea and Vietnam veteran who was a dentist, interestingly enough, just like Dr. Bob was. Kind of brings it full circle. So there have been many, many years during which this award has been presented to a number of people. It actually started in California and then migrated this way and back to where Eisenhower retired in the Gettysburg area. So in Waynesboro, another item from them, Amy Dennis is being recognized for running the high school gymnastics program for the past 34 consecutive years. That is quite an achievement. Actually, this recognition comes as part of a three-part series that talks about the 50th anniversary of gymnastics in the Waynesboro area. So congratulations, Amy. Yeah. Also, and final note here on Waynesboro. Waynesboro graduate Ryan Schaefer is performing quite well at McDonald College over in Westminster, Maryland. Now, McDaniel College competes in NCAA Division III competition, and they compete in the Centennial Conference. He's being highlighted because his coaches noticed that this past year he really buckled down and did the extra work to improve his game, and he's been a starter for all 18 games this season. 6'3" guard, doing outstanding work over there at Westminster, so congratulations. Under health news, WellSpan's Dr. Jessica Riley is providing winter safety tips. Mostly, they're fairly simple things. Check the weather before you go outside and then dress accordingly. One of the things I would comment on is in this horribly freezing weather, the one thing I have not seen, which we've seen in previous years, slightly milder winters, is people running around outside in t-shirts and flip-flops in sub-zero temperatures. That's just crazy, but I haven't seen anybody in weeks, in at least a week. So apparently the tip is taking hold. She offers additional tips in the article with respect to hypothermia, how to recognize it and how to deal with it, and also frostbite. And she has some suggestions for safe snow shoveling techniques so that you don't throw your back out. So next item up, February is American Heart Month, and WellSpan is taking steps to improve their response and care for health and vascular issues. There's a long discussion about what they're actually doing. I suggest you take a look at the article. And in Washington County, also a program called Go for Bold, which is a collaboration between Meritus and the Healthy Washington County organization. Their purpose is to strengthen public health, and they have a mantra, a program that's organized along these lines: do, eat, and believe. Do is obviously the active part. Get up, get around, walk around. Don't just sit there all day long. Eat healthy. And the third one, believe, basically anything that addresses your mental health, whether that's just simply relaxing or meditating or going to church or whatever it is that you use to center yourself and get yourself mentally right. So it's a good program. Last item on the list is in Chambersburg, the Capitol Theater. Winter season has been announced, and it includes on the 30th of January an activity called Snowball that will be taking place in conjunction with Ice Fest. On the 7th of February, there will be a Galentine's event. On the 28th of February, Mountain Music and Moonshine musical group. 13th of March, as you might suspect, there will be an Irish happy hour. On 26th of March, a tribute to Johnny Cash, and several more. So take a look at the article to get more on that. There's a whole lot more in local news. We had 55 stories that we covered this past week. We are just absolutely delighted to be the news source for Verstandig Media. And you can see what I've covered here today, and you can read it all in more detail at localnews1.org online. It's $4.99 a month. It's not all that expensive. We do all local. We don't do any national. We're online, but we are not social media. We are reporting the news. We are not blowing it all out of proportion. So it's real news, not that you can count on. So, and with that, we will leave you with the thought of the day for January 30th. Excuse me. And this comes from the world of science. Cannibals will not eat clowns because they taste funny. Bada bing. Have a great week.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.